What's up? So, don't have much time here, but just wanted to say there's a little bit that's on my mind. I've noticed I've been talking about obstacles in relationships and I guess children a little bit. So, at the DMV, we have nurses that screen people before they enter in the initial part of the DMV to conduct their business. Kind of chiming in, they're talking about birth control. Now, there's all sorts of birth control for women, but not men, you know. And this one lady, when she was talking to the other nurse, she said that she had birth control and her birth control didn't work, and now she has a 12-year-old daughter. You know, didn't say anything, but it makes me wonder, like, what if men had somewhat the same birth control like women did? Like, what if we had an implant stuck in us or something like that would prevent us from getting anyone pregnant until we take it out? Or like a literal freaking switch, like a freaking light switch, like, okay, I'm ready to send my babies off, and you send the babies off and get someone pregnant. Like, how much control would a man have? That would be intense. Like I heard some stories that like women say they're on birth control, but then they lie to the man, and then it turns out that they're not really on birth control. They're just trying to trap the man in some way, shape, or form. Well, I was thinking, like, what if we had a man had a birth control, and a female says, "Oh, I'm on birth control too," and it's like, okay, that's cool because I'm on birth control as well, and the female lies, but hoping that she could trap the guy, and it turns out she can't trap the guy because he's on his birth control, and the only way she could get pregnant is if the guy actually decides to say, you know what, I want to get you pregnant. I think that if such technology was actually, I guess, I don't know, approved by the medical general doctor or whatever, or FDA approved, who the fuck knows who approves it, but like, if there was an actual method or technology to do it, I strongly feel that a lot of men would take this birth control and abuse the fuck out of it. Like, they're gonna be fucking, like, I mean, I think the STD rate may go up because it's like, to them it's like, fuck it, I could fuck a female raw, and instead of them worrying about birth control getting someone pregnant, they kind of forget about the other factor of STDs and everything like that. But pushing that aside, like what if what if we had that power, and like, I don't know, it's crazy. Like really, really think about it. Like, really think about it. You know what I mean? A dude goes to Planned Parenthood, gets this implant, and he's like, shit, I'm the fucking king of the world. There's gonna be no way in hell that I could get anyone pregnant. And you know what? You know what's gonna go down? the guessing of who the father is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not knocking anyone who don't know who the father is, but if there's a dude that has control over who could get pregnant or who he could get pregnant or not, you know, you definitely will be able to like narrow down who the father really is and all that jazz. You know, and I think if things like this was approved, it's going to make a lot of women angry, to be honest with you, because I feel that it's going to take some type of control away from them. And let's be honest here. As much as you don't want to admit it, women love power. I hate to say it, but they do. They want half of or all that you own, and then some, and you know, so but yeah, that's it right there. So because I'm gonna tell you this, you know, like, if I was able to like have birth control, you know, like whichever's the equivalent to like getting an implant like under your arm where it controls if you can have children or not. You know, if they make the equivalent for men, I think it would give me a peace of mind a little bit, just me personally, because I know that if I ever decide to have children, that I could have it on my own terms, you know, instead of like, oh, I was on birth control, but I guess the birth control didn't work, you know. I'm not saying that any female would lie about it, you know. Sometimes sometimes women are on birth control and, you know, shit does happen, you know what I mean? It does. But anyways, but you know, putting that aside, you know, like I said, you know, it's gonna make a lot. I feel that if it does, you know, such technology does come out, it's gonna make a lot of people angry, you know, on the people on like the very, very religious side, and mainly the women. I don't think men would be too upset. Like they're probably gonna voice like, oh, you're trying to take away my manhood, you know what I mean? But like low key, you know, they're gonna express that it's gonna take away their manhood. But on like the down low, they're probably gonna get the implant themselves, you know what I mean? And when you take away that slight control, like the only you know, there's some control. One control is the condom, because a female say they're on birth control, and you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, and sometimes they just say they're on birth control when they're really not, you know. But when you wear a condom would protect someone from birth 90% of the time. If the condom's broken, then, you know, let God take the wheel. But if they had an implant, man, I can't stress this enough, man. I really can't. But you know, that was just on my mind today. You know, just directing traffic, and I'm like, oh, you know, what if this happens? But anyways, till next time.